Hey folks, just thought I'd give a couple little pointers on Angry Birds Dream Blast in case anybody would stumble across this video and find it useful. At level 1509, so obviously I've played through quite a bit of these, and just going to give some advice on some observations and things I've just kind of discovered. So we pull up this level. In this particular level, we've got to get 35 purple balls, and we need 10 purple balls to unlock to get down to the piggies and through the ice. So on this level, and this is what I've observed, through playing it, the purple is the really constraining thing. That's the thing you have to try to take care of in this level. The ice blocks, the piggies, they're not too difficult. It's really those purple balls. Now, at first, when you start playing this game, you might naively think that the balls that come down from the top are random. They are pseudo-random in that you can't always predict exactly what's going to fall, but they are most certainly not random. It's also not just like a ratio. In some levels, like if you look at this one, you can see there's a lot of blue, a lot of green, there's very few pink. So you might think, well, there's a ratio. Maybe there's a 1/4 of the pink balls compared to the blue balls or something like that. Well, it's not exactly that way either. In this particular level, with the purple, because that's the ones that are very noticeable, they have set the level so that at any given time there can be at most 7 purple balls that are in the play area at any one time. If we count them here to start with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 7. Sometimes there might be less, that's a maximum. So sometimes you can start with less just depending on how it played out. So the key point here is no matter how much of the other balls or things I clear, if I clear all the blue, clear the green, and so on, and many more balls fall down, no more purple balls are going to fall down in this particular level because it has been set to a maximum of 7. So there's like this omnipotent, all-knowing thing up above that's keeping track of what balls are in play. And sometimes it doesn't just pertain to the balls. Sometimes it can pertain to blocks. You might need to get so many stone blocks. And so there might be only 3 at most or something that will fall down in a particular level. I've seen levels where there would be a ball of one particular color, just one of those balls would be available at any time. So the strategy in a level like this is you have to continually clear those purple so that more will fall down. There are some levels where you can really try to build up your power-ups and set off a whole bunch of power-ups at one time. In this particular level, that's not a good strategy because, again, it will not send down any more purple blocks until these purple blocks have been cleared. So the goal is to get as many of the purple freed up as you can in each move. Sometimes use the red power-up, sometimes use the yellow. So again, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 7 purple balls. Instead of clearing purple, I'm going to clear some blue. Look how many blue there are. There's a zillion of them. I'm going to clear all these out. Look, no more purple is falling down. Let's do the green. Green. Blue. I've cleared dozens and dozens of additional balls, and not one single purple is falling down because we have our limit of 7 on the screen at this point in time. I'm going to clear these 5 together. Now, here comes some more purple. So it will never allow more than whatever is preset for that particular level. And you can kind of figure that out yourself. It becomes obvious fairly quickly. So in this particular level, my strategy would be to free up, and I'm totally focusing on those purple balls. Each move I'm trying to build up the power-ups and set them off to free up the purple balls as quickly as possible. So, and again, I'm just, the main thing I'm focusing on here is just to explain to you that there is a limit on some of these things, these resources, these colored balls that are preset and not random. Let's count up purple balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6. The 7th one hasn't fallen yet. If I clear some more balls, yeah, here comes number 7. So there'll be 7 and no more. Hopefully, if I really show you here. again, no purple balls are coming down until those 7 are cleared out. So that needs to factor into your strategy on what you're doing, how you're deciding to do it, so you can, whatever is that resource constricted thing is the thing that you need to be focusing on. All right, so that's one aspect of it. Now, another thing with Angry Birds, they've really have kind of screwed things up since the game was released. In this particular level, I don't know if you remember, I'll actually go back in. At the beginning, we had 25 moves for level 1,509. We got 25 moves. If you go on YouTube right now, which you're on YouTube, but if you search for Dream Blast level 1,509, you're going to find people playing this level and completing it. Well, guess what? The first one I pulled up, they had 27 moves. That's because when the game came out, it was easier. They provided more moves for every level, and since then, they've reduced them. Some levels, they've reduced them by a lot. I mean, 8 to 10 less moves than original. Some levels, they haven't reduced it as much. Now, what this has done is really skewed things pretty badly, because I made the observation to playing through 1,500 levels that a lot of the extreme and hard levels, I could complete them on my first try. Even just as recently as just several levels back. An extreme level, I was able to complete it on my first try. This particular level, right here, level 1,509, I've tried this level probably around 20 times now, and I still haven't gotten past it. This is not a difficult level. This is a normal level. It's not hard, and it's not extreme. So what they've done is it appears that to make the game more difficult, make more money off of it, to make it take longer for people to get through the levels or whatever, what they've done is they've reduced the number of moves of the normal levels by some amount. And it's not the same for everyone, but let's say 7 moves. They made it 7 moves harder. And then on the extreme levels, they've not reduced the moves by as many. So what that has done is whoever has designed these levels originally, they did a lot of testing, a lot of play testing, and they chose the number of moves that matched what the level does, and they made sense. And by reducing the moves throughout all the levels, they have made a lot of the hard and extreme levels so they are not as difficult as a normal level. So I just wanted to point that out in case you've observed that too, or wonder, this is not even a hard level. Why can't I do it? Well, it's because somebody came through, probably not the game developers, probably not the original level designers. Somebody came through to try to squeeze more money out of it, and they made that sort of a change naively without really planning it and designing it as well as it was done originally. And again, that's to get your resources out of you. That's so you'll spend more, use up more of your power-ups. You'll watch more ads. You'll spend more money. And just so you know, I'm at level 1509. I've not spent a penny on this game. You can see down below, I got 8, 8, and 12 power-ups. I've got like 800 some coins at the moment. You don't have to spend money on these games to get far in them. You just have to be patient. You do have to watch ads. I fire it up. I play this game 2 or 3 times a day, and even if I just jump in for 30 seconds, you play an ad, and you get whatever item they're giving you. They're pretty valuable. They give you a decent amount for the ads in this game. And then helping other friends. I help friends a lot. I've gotten several hundred coins from helping friends. See, here's 2 that need help that just popped up, so I'll help them. And I'm typically in my team, I've got 28 helps this week. That's 28 coins. Those really, really add up, and it's been several hundred. So those are my little tips. If you get frustrated, remember they've screwed up the game. They've reduced the number of turns in ways that are not consistent. So easy levels are now harder than hard levels. And watch those ratios, because again, on these levels, there's going to be something in particular you've got to get some number of. You got to clear stone blocks. You got to clear ice blocks, whatever. And they will only give you a certain number of them at a time, and you've got to clear those to get more. So what your strategy needs to be to keep churning through those particular things to try to obtain them all. Good luck.